Hi, this is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind group page, and in today's video we'll be talking about the top 5 out-of-the-box situations that you're going to run into when you're in the ATM business. Always remember, here at PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind group page, we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time. So without further ado, the top 5 out-of-the-box questions that you're going to be asked when you're in the ATM business. Point number 1, splits. So you go into a location, there was an old ATM there, it's not there anymore. And so you start talking about, this is my program, I got a $3 surcharge, and this is the way we're going to split. We're going to give you a commission of, let's just say 50 cents is what you're doing. And the old owner says, no, I used to have an ATM in here, and my deal is we have a surcharge of $2 and I get $1.50 and you get 50 cents. And you're like, well, that's not my program. Well, that was what the old ATM owner did, and that's what I want. Okay, how do you handle that situation? What do you do? Now, here's what I believe. If it's not a good deal, you walk away. Every time without relentless, you always walk away from the deal. But I know a lot of you guys are excited. This could be your first deal, this could be your second deal, you want to get the deal. So how do you handle a situation? All right, so what you do is you say, look, here's the situation. I've been in the business for a long time. Regardless if you've been in there or not, you tell them I've been in business for a long time. This is the best program that works for us. We do a $3 surcharge and you get X, whatever that is, and I get Y. This ensures that your ATM will be filled. This ensures that we put a brand new ATM in your location. This ensures the service and that you have the best product and it always is up and running. We have to do it this way. It sounds like the old guy wasn't making any money, the old situation didn't work, and that's why he's no longer here. You might even start asking questions. Well, how did the old person do? And they will tell you a story of how the guy couldn't get a hold of him, how they never filled the ATM, how the service was bad. He's going to go on and on and on about that. And then you're going to write all those little points down, and now you're going to reiterate it. You're going to say, look, you said that the old guy didn't give you service. You said that the old guy didn't respond to when you called him. You said that the ATM ran out of money. These are all the points why we do it this way. And that you'll have to make your case. Will it work? It should work. But in case it doesn't, then you walk away. You don't take a bad deal, because the reason the old ATM operator isn't there is because it was a bad deal. And you got to always remember, if it was a bad deal for him, it's going to be a bad deal for you. So you don't take any bad deals. I know you guys get excited. I get excited. But at the end of the day, I got over 20 years experience. This is what happens. You take the bad deal. It turns out to be a bad deal. The guy's blowing up your phone. And you know what? You don't want that. You guys don't need that. Take it from me. It's not worth it. So what you do is you give him all the points. If he doesn't want to do the deal the way we're suggesting, it's going to be up to you at the end of the day. But I'm telling you that, you know what? The best thing to do is just walk away. For me, my thing is I want a contract. I don't get a contract, I walk away. I give it to somebody else. I say, here, you can have it. I don't want it because they don't have a contract. Sometimes they make money, sometimes they don't. But you know what? At the end of the day, I need a contract. I like it. And if I don't get it, I just walk away. So that's my breaking point. That's my line in the sand. You guys got to come up with your own line in the sand. But that is how you handle that situation. Point number 2, you're moving money from account to account. What I suggest you guys have is you guys have 3 bank accounts. The surcharge account, your vault cash account, and your general checking account. Now, from time to time, you guys might be caught in a long weekend. You guys might be caught in a cash crunch. You're going to have to move money. I recommend that you move your money from your surcharge account into your general checking account, and then from there you write yourself a loan into your vault cash account if you have to do that. And then the minute you pay that back, you pay that back. Phil, what happens if I don't have the money and I got to take it from my personal account? Take it from your personal account. Put it into your general checking account. Then from your general checking account, write yourself into the vault cash account and write a note. And now what you're doing is you're loaning money from your personal account into your general checking account. You write in your general ledger that this is a loan from your personal account to your business account, and you put this down and you write it into your general ledger. Then from there, if you have QuickBooks, it's real easy. You just call it a loan from your personal to your business. And then from there, you move it from your general checking account to your vault cash. We never want to put money from our personal into our vault cash. The bank goes crazy, okay? and you guys will get kicked out of the bank. They'll shut your account down. So don't do it that way. We move it from our personal account into our general ledger account, our business, and then from there to the vault cash. And you write it down. You put a little note in. It's a loan from the business to the vault cash. Okay? Or if it's permanent, you just put it in there. You make it. This is a permanent thing. That way the bank can track the money. They can see that you deposited in your checking account if you don't have your personal account at the same bank. If you do, you transfer it in there, make a loan on your business, and then you put it into the vault cash. It's all trackable and it makes it seamless, and the bank is okay. If you do it from your general check or from your personal account right to the vault cash, the bank will explode, they'll go crazy, they will shut you down. So don't do it that way, but that is how you can make it happen. Point number 3, hey, I got a mobile event, they're not asking for any commissions, should I get a contract? Absolutely you should get a contract. The contract spells out what you're gonna do. The contract spells out what day the ATM is gonna be on property, what you're asking from them. If you need a vendor pass, if you need a parking pass, if you need anything, that they're not gonna have another ATM on property while you're there. Hey, in the beginning, we didn't have contracts for mobile events. They weren't asking any commission. And what happened is that we showed up on the day of the event with an ATM, and there was already an ATM. What happened is the right hand didn't talk to the left hand. Charlie thought Sam was gonna do it, and Sam did it, and now we're out because we didn't have a contract. Had we had a contract, somebody would have realized, hey, we already got an event, or we already got an ATM from this ATM provider. We wouldn't have showed up. We wouldn't have wasted our time. We drove to the event, we stocked the ATM, we showed up on property, and now, you know what, I wasted all my day doing that when all I had to do was have a contract to stop all that. Plus, it gets them in the mindset they have to sign something. Why is this important? Because sometimes, you know what, the event is not worth your while, but maybe you want to do it anyways. So what you do is you write down, hey, we're going to have a drop-off fee, we're going to pick-up fee, and now you write a little fee for them to have the ATM. That way you can make some extra money. So if they already are signing a contract and you're used to that procedure, this will be an added bonus for you guys. Point number 4, getting a better deal on an existing customer. What are you talking about, Phil? How do I do that? So you have a liquor store and the guy opens up another liquor store, and let's say you were doing a $1 transaction. You're like, well, I got to do $1 on this one. Then he opens up another one and you're like, this doesn't look like it's going to be a good location. Change the deal. Now the owner might come back and say, hey, we got $1 over here and got $1 in here. And you say, let's say the guy's name is Sam. You say, Sam, you know what? These two, the first spot we did dynamite location. The second spot, not so good, but what I did is I honored the agreement. Sam, I can't honor the agreement on this. We'll start at 50 cents. If the volume goes up, I'm more than happy to share with you, but I can't do it. That deal doesn't work for this location. So Sam will say, you'll either have the location or you won't, but at the end of the day, don't be afraid to change the deal. The first deal, home run. Second deal, not so good. Don't continue going down the path and making bad deals. Get some gumption. You might take a beating on a deal, but at least it'll teach you how to have that conversation with the new location. Every deal is different. Just remember, just because it's the same owner doesn't mean it has to be the same deal. Change the deal, make yourself a better deal, and make you guys some more money. And point number 5, you walk in a location, you start talking to the owner, you notice the ATM's out of money, they own their own ATM. And you're like, okay, well, how do I get it away? There's 3 ways to do this. I could do a whole video on this, but I'm just gonna make it short and sweet. Number 1, you offer the guy some money. You say, look, here's what the deal. I'll buy the ATM, I'll own the ATM, I'll stock it, I'll pay you a surcharge or a commission on that. Now, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The guy's like, hey, I already got an ATM, we don't have a lot of maintenance, I'm already getting, let's call it $250, and you know what, I want my $250 and I like the way it is. So you say, okay, here's the thing, but the ATM's out of money. So what you say is, look, you own the ATM, point number 2 on this deal, you own the ATM, I'll put my money in it, we'll split it 50-50. And I'll do all the service maintenance on your ATM. And the guy's like, hey, that's a great deal, I'll take the deal. Or he might say, you know what, or she, you know what, I kinda like what it is, but can you help me out? So point number 3 is you say, you know, look, for 50 cents, 25 cents, whatever you think, 40 cents, you said, look, I'll do all the maintenance, you keep the 100% search, or not 100%, you keep less my commission every month, I'll do the service on it, and I'll anytime it breaks down, don't give them next right away service, What you say, next 24 hours, inside of 24 hours, ATM breaks down, you call me, I'll come in and I'll look at it, and then we'll have to figure out the parts. They'll pay for the parts, you'll do all the labor on it, and that way you can get your foot in the door. What usually happens when you do that is now, after a given amount of time, the guy's like, you know what, the ATM is getting older, what can we do? And then you'll buy it out of it. It usually always works over a given amount of time, but now you get your foot in the door and you're working the deal. So I hope all those tips are helpful. So if you're interested in starting your own ATM business, I want to invite you to my free training, How to Set Up Your ATM Business Before You Buy Your First ATM, where I'll share with you things you need to know before you buy your first ATM, so you can start the business off the right way and avoid costly mistakes along the way, where you'll discover how the ATM business works, explained in detail, how to set up an ATM business and what category you need to register under, how to open up a business bank account for your ATM business. Plus, I will share with you how to talk to banks professionally so you feel confident and prepared when dealing with them. Click the link below to register for this free training. Others charge for this training, but I'm going to give it to you absolutely free for a limited time offer. So hurry on up and click the link below. Always remember, here at PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind Group page, we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time. Thank you guys.